What if there was never a fight? A heated discussion on spiritual warfare. John sat forward in his chair, his eyes intense. Look, spiritual warfare is real. There are forces of good and evil fighting every single day. You don't see it? Craig leaned back, arms crossed, a small smirk tugging at the corner of his mouth. John, let me ask you something. If I see you as my opponent, who's really at war? Me or you? John scoffed. Both of us. That's the nature of battle. Craig shook his head. No, John, it's just me. Because the moment I see you as my enemy, I've already created a war in my own mind. You could be sitting there, sipping a coffee, thinking about your weekend plans, and I'm out here putting on armor, sharpening my sword and preparing for a battle that you don't even know exists. John leaned back, arms crossed. So you're saying I'm just imagining conflict? Craig nodded. Not just imagining it, creating it. The moment I label you an enemy, I've divided the world. I'm good, you're evil. I'm right, you're wrong. But here's the problem. Truth is one. Truth doesn't have sides. Truth doesn't divide. So if truth is whole, where does division come from? John furrowed his brow. So you're saying I created the division? Craig pointed at him. Bingo. But let's go further. Where does conflict come from? If truth is one, I can't actually create division, because division is an illusion. What I can do is create conflict in my own mind. And the moment I see you as a threat, I've already chosen war. John rolled his eyes. So you're saying if someone attacks me, I should just lay down and take it? Craig chuckled. John, did I say anyone attacked you, or did I say you created the attack in your mind before it ever happened? Because here's the thing. Most of the time, we don't react to reality. We react to the stories we tell ourselves about reality. John frowned. Explain. Craig leaned forward. All right, picture this. You walk into a room. You see someone you've had tension with in the past. The moment they glance your way, what happens? John thought for a second. I assume they're judging me. Craig nodded. And what do you do next? I tense up. I prepare for some kind of argument or passive-aggressive comment. Craig snapped his fingers. Exactly. But what if, just what if they weren't thinking about you at all? What if they had a rough morning? What if they just looked over because they happened to move their eyes in that direction? What if the entire battle was happening in your own perception? John hesitated. But what if they were thinking something negative? Craig shrugged. Then that's their battle, not yours. Why pick up a sword for a fight that was never yours to begin with? John sighed, rubbing his temples. So you're saying spiritual warfare isn't real? Craig smirked. I'm saying the only thing at war is your own perception. Spiritual warfare is just a clever way to keep believing in enemies. But the wild part, if I stop seeing you as an opponent, the war ends just like that. John blinked. It can't be that simple. Craig grinned. It is. Because it's just as easy to lay down a gun as it is to pick one up. John stared at him. But war exists. Conflict exists. Craig shrugged. Of course. But just because people fight doesn't mean I have to. No enemy, no war, no opponent, no battle, no attack, no defense. John exhaled, shaking his head. So if I let go of the need for a fight, what's left? Craig smiled. Peace. And it was always there, waiting for you to see it.